You were not born to be safe. You were born to be ready. From the moment you took your first breath, the world began testing you, pushing, shaping, sharpening you into something capable of standing tall in the storm. But somewhere along the way, the noise of comfort got louder than the voice of purpose. Safety disguised itself as success. Ease pretended to be happiness, and men forgot what it meant to be warriors. Every generation has its battlefield. For some, it was stone and spear. For you, it is distraction, comfort, and weakness. The war never ended. It only changed form. The enemy now wears a friendlier face. The glowing screen, the endless scroll, the small excuses that whisper, "You've done enough." But you know you haven't. You feel it in your chest, the restlessness, the quiet guilt, the pulse that tells you you're capable of more. That pulse is the Spartan within you, the piece of your spirit that remembers what strength feels like, the part that refuses to bow to weakness. It doesn't care about your comfort. It only cares about your capability. It remembers that once human beings stood in the dirt and faced death without flinching. It remembers a time when men didn't complain about the weight. They lifted it, carried it, and built with it. You have that same blood. You don't need armor or a spear to prove it. You prove it every time you choose discipline over desire. Every time you get up when no one's watching. Every time you silence the voice that tells you to quit. That's what makes you Spartan. Not the battles of history, but the battles within yourself. The world today wants softness. It rewards mediocrity and comforts complacency. But you can't afford to be like the world. You're not here to blend in. You're here to stand apart. The modern man has forgotten how to fight. He trades purpose for pleasure, struggle for comfort, respect for attention. He hides behind opinions instead of standing behind action. And in doing so, he kills the warrior that could have been. You can feel that truth burning inside you, because every time you choose comfort, you die a little. Every time you postpone the work, the Spartan in you fades. But every time you face resistance, every time you train when it hurts, every time you refuse to break, he awakens again. He remembers who he is. And so do you. Spartans didn't ask for lighter burdens. They trained for stronger shoulders. They understood something that modern minds have forgotten. That discipline isn't suffering, it's freedom. Pain isn't punishment, it's permission to grow. You can't evolve without friction. You can't build strength without resistance. You can't call yourself strong until you've faced yourself in silence and won. Every morning, when you wake up, you're standing at the gates of your own Thermopylae. The numbers are against you. The world is louder, easier, more tempting than ever. But that's the point. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to test you. The gods don't hand out greatness like charity. They forge it in fire. You're being tested every day to prove that you deserve to hold the line. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they never begin. They wait for motivation, for perfect timing, for comfort to align with ambition. But motivation is fleeting. The Spartans didn't wait for perfect weather. They marched through the rain. They didn't wait for orders. They created them. Discipline is what remains when motivation fades. It's what separates those who dream from those who do. Look at your life. The delays, the doubts, the distractions. They're your new Persian army. They attack you in silence, one small compromise at a time. But your shield is your routine. Your weapon is your mindset. Every habit you build is another soldier at your side. Every disciplined act, another step toward victory. You don't win by accident. You win by intention. When you start seeing your life as a battlefield, you stop feeling sorry for yourself. You start preparing. You start sharpening your mind like a blade. You stop asking, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Try me." That's the Spartan way. Not to avoid the struggle, but to embrace it so completely that the struggle begins to respect you. Pain recognizes those who endure it with purpose. The truth is simple. You have two lives. The one you're living now, and the one you're capable of living. And between them stands your fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's mastery over it. Spartans weren't fearless. They were trained to act in spite of fear. So train yourself. Train your mind to stay calm under chaos. Train your body to move when tired. Train your heart to stay firm when tempted to quit. Every rep, every page, every late night you push through, these are your battles. Each one a scar of growth, and one day, when life throws something truly hard at you, you'll stand ready because you've been living ready. You've been preparing for war while others were chasing ease, and that's when the Spartan within you smiles, because he knows you finally remembered who you are. The world keeps telling you that peace is found in comfort, but peace isn't the absence of struggle. It's mastery over it. You don't calm the storm by hiding from it. You become calm inside the storm. The Spartan within you doesn't wish for calm seas. He learns to sail through chaos. That is where strength is built. Not when things are easy, but when every fiber of you screams to stop and you move anyway. Every time you choose discipline, you reclaim a piece of yourself that the modern world has tried to take. You reclaim the edge. The modern world dulls men, softens them with endless choices, entertains them into paralysis. But deep down, you crave clarity. You crave that stripped-down, purpose-driven life where every action matters. That's what the Spartan knew. Simplicity. Wake, train, fight, serve. Nothing more, nothing less. You can bring that simplicity back. Strip your life of the unnecessary. Focus on what makes you stronger. Cut the rest. You don't need a sword to live by a warrior code. You need standards, non-negotiables that define who you are, even when no one is watching. The Spartan standard wasn't perfection, it was commitment. They didn't fight because they were guaranteed victory. They fought because quitting was never an option. That same spirit is available to you every day. It's there when you ignore the snooze button. It's there when you turn pain into progress. It's there when you keep your word after motivation is gone. The enemy is not out there. It's inside. Comfort, doubt, hesitation. The moment you accept that, you stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming a master of response. The Spartans trained until reaction replaced hesitation. You can do the same. Stop negotiating with yourself. The longer you debate doing what you know you must, the weaker you become. Action is clarity. Movement is medicine. The first step forward kills the noise. You will be tested every day by fatigue, by distraction, by failure, by the seductive voice that whispers that it doesn't matter. But every test is a chance to prove yourself. You can't control how heavy the world gets, but you can always control how strong you stand beneath it. The Spartan knew this truth. Suffering is the currency of strength. Every hardship buys a lesson. Every fall forges resolve. You can spend your life avoiding that pain, or you can let it make you unstoppable. There will be days when you feel alone in the fight, when no one notices, no one claps, and no one believes. Those are the moments that matter most. That's when the Spartan within you is truly tested, because anyone can be strong when they're being watched. True strength is silent. It's forged in empty rooms, under dim lights, when it's just you versus you. If you can win those invisible battles, the visible ones will fall with ease. You have to build yourself like a fortress. Brick by brick, habit by habit. You don't need inspiration. You need structure. Set your code, live by it, guard it. Wake early not because it's trendy, but because it builds respect for yourself. Train hard not for vanity, but because struggle sharpens the mind. Speak less, act more. Listen to the silence between your excuses and fill it with work. The world respects results, not intentions. You've been handed everything you need. A body, a mind, time. What you do with them is the measure of your worth. The Spartans didn't complain about what they lacked. They made do and made it legendary. They turned scarcity into strength. You must do the same. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Perfection is a lie that protects procrastination. Start where you are with what you have and make it enough. That's the warrior way. Understand this. Every generation has its weak men, and every generation needs the few willing to be strong. You can be that minority. You can be the proof that discipline still matters. The world may laugh at principles, but it secretly envies them. It may mock toughness, but it leans on those who have it. You don't have to shout about being Spartan. Live like one, and the silence of your example will echo louder than any speech. The Spartan within you doesn't crave recognition. He craves mastery, the satisfaction of knowing you conquered yourself today, the peace that comes from being prepared, the quiet pride that comes from doing what others won't. That's the real reward. Self-respect. Because once you respect yourself, the world's opinion becomes irrelevant. Respect is the invisible armor that no criticism can pierce. When life hits hard, and it will, remember this. Spartans didn't retreat because of fear. They advanced because of duty. They knew fear intimately and marched anyway. You can do the same. Don't waste time wishing things were easier. Train until you can handle harder. Don't ask for fewer challenges. Develop greater skill. Life is not a punishment, it's preparation. Every obstacle is shaping you into the person capable of carrying the weight of your destiny. Your destiny demands strength. Not physical strength alone, but mental steel. The kind that refuses to bend when everything feels impossible. You build that steel through repetition. Daily acts of discipline that seem small but add up to power. Every time you say no to weakness, you reinforce your armor. Every time you push through pain, you sharpen your edge. Keep going long enough, and the world will feel your presence like the echo of a war drum. You are not here to exist. You are here to advance. To prove that the fire of human will still burns bright, you carry a legacy older than you can imagine. The legacy of every human who fought, endured, built, and refused to break. The Spartan within you is not a fantasy. It's your inheritance. Claim it, live it, protect it. Comfort is the slow death of the modern warrior. It seeps in quietly, softens the edges, convinces you that surviving is the same as living. But you were not built for comfort. You were built for confrontation. You are meant to meet resistance head-on, to stand in front of what frightens you and refuse to move. Every day you avoid struggle. You surrender another inch of territory in the war for your own soul. Reclaim it. The world rewards convenience. The algorithm feeds you ease. But the Spartan within you knows that convenience is a cage. The harder path is the honest one. You take it not because it looks noble, but because it's the only road that makes you stronger. When you train in the dark, you earn light. When you fight uphill, your lungs burn, your heart pounds, and that's when you feel most alive. Comfort numbs, struggle awakens. People talk about motivation like it's a switch to flip. Motivation is smoke. It drifts, it disappears. Discipline is stone. You carve it day after day until it can't be broken. The old warriors understood that feeling ready was irrelevant. They acted anyway. Readiness grows from repetition, not emotion. If you wait for the perfect mood, you'll die waiting. The Spartan moves first. Feeling follows. There's a silence that comes when you work past exhaustion. A moment when everything hurts but your mind goes clear. That silence is truth. It tells you what matters. It shows you that you've always had more inside you than you believed. Most people will never reach that point. They stop when it starts to burn. But if you stay in the fire, you discover that pain is not an enemy. Pain is the teacher that shows you the boundary so you can break it. You must learn to see struggle as sacred. When you're tired, broke, doubted, or ignored, you are standing in the same place every great man once stood. The field of becoming. Every rep, every page, every lonely night you push through, that is where legend begins. Nobody sees it, but the gods of effort do. They record every act of discipline. They remember who kept their word. And when the day of challenge comes, they send strength to those who earned it in private. Stop chasing balance like it's peace. There is no balance in greatness, only focus. The Spartan didn't balance war and comfort. He chose war and found peace inside it. You can too. Pick your purpose and pour yourself into it until nothing else fits. Focus turns noise into direction. Once you commit fully, distractions lose their pull because you no longer have space for them. You have to redefine success. It's not applause, it's alignment. Success is waking up knowing your actions match your values. It's the quiet satisfaction of living on your own terms, guided by your own code. The world measures progress in numbers. The Spartan measures it in integrity. Are you keeping promises to yourself? That's the real scoreboard. Look around you. Comfort has made people hollow. Quick rewards, cheap pleasure, shallow validation. But look deeper and you'll see longing, a hunger for meaning. That hunger is what sets you apart. Feed it with effort, not escape. Every time you choose work over distraction, you strengthen it. Hunger is your ally. Let it drive you beyond mediocrity. You will be misunderstood. People will call you obsessed, rigid, extreme. Let them. Obsession built every empire. Discipline created every miracle they admire. The Spartan doesn't seek approval. He seeks excellence. Your life's purpose is not to fit in. It's to stand out by your example. The noise of doubt will always surround you, but it can't reach you if your focus is louder. Remember that everything in nature hardens under pressure. The mountain rises because the earth beneath it pushes up. The diamond forms because the stone endures weight. You are no different. Pressure isn't your enemy. It's proof that something valuable is forming inside you. So welcome it. Let every obstacle compress you into clarity. There is a moment in every fight when fatigue whispers that you've done enough. That is the exact moment you decide who you are. The average stop. The Spartan continues, because he knows one more rep, one more step, one more hour, that's where the edge lives. Your body can take more than you think. It's your mind that must be trained to follow through. The discipline you build today will become the armor you wear tomorrow. Every promise kept becomes steel around your spirit. Every morning you rise when tired, every task finished when bored, each one forges resilience. One day, life will hit you with something that would break most people, and you will stand not because it doesn't hurt, but because you've spent years preparing to hold the line. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no hero, no God will lift you if you won't lift yourself. The Spartans knew that salvation is earned in sweat. You are the only constant in your own life. Every shortcut steals power from you. Every challenge faced returns it. The longer you delay, the more the fire cools. Start now. Pick one thing and master it. Mastery is a habit, not a moment. You are the sum of your repetitions. The habits you practice in private become the weapons you wield in public. Train your focus. Guard your time like it's territory. Speak less of goals and act on systems. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the strength of your discipline. Build it like muscle, and it will never fail you. This is the truth. The world will never get easier. But you can always get tougher. You can build a mind that stays calm under chaos, a body that endures, a will that bends but never breaks. That's the real freedom. Not living without struggle, but becoming the kind of person who no longer fears it. You will not find greatness on sale. It costs full price. It costs the lazy mornings you surrender, the comfort you abandon, the endless repetitions that no one thanks you for. That's the toll, and no one can pay it for you. Each day you choose discipline, you make a down payment on mastery. The ones who chase easy never understand why their lives feel empty, because comfort doesn't build confidence. It drains it. You earn respect through repetition. The Spartan inside you doesn't believe in luck. He believes in preparation. He believes that consistency is stronger than talent, that work done daily is more sacred than dreams spoken loudly. Talk less, build more. Because every excuse you feed weakens you, and every task you finish, no matter how small, forges you. Strength is not a moment. It's the sum of 1,000 small victories against laziness. The modern world has convinced men to escape. Escape through entertainment, through distraction, through pretending that comfort equals peace. But you cannot escape yourself. You carry your potential with you everywhere, and every time you ignore it, it burns. That unease you feel when you waste time isn't anxiety. It's your spirit rebelling. It's the Spartan within you, pounding his fist against the walls of your comfort, demanding you to rise. You are not tired. You are unchallenged. You are not weak. You are undertrained. What you call burnout is often boredom with mediocrity. Challenge reignites you. Every time you stretch your limits, you feel alive again. That's why you can never stop seeking the edge, because the edge sharpens you. Without it, you rust. Hard times are not a curse. They're a call to arms. When everything falls apart, that's when you meet the truth about yourself. Will you crumble or will you carve strength out of chaos? The Spartan doesn't ask why it's happening to him. He asks how he can turn it into fuel. That mindset is the difference between the victim and the victor. Both face pain, only one uses it. You have to stop measuring your life in comfort and start measuring it in capacity. How much pressure can you handle without folding? How much doubt can you carry and still move forward? That's your strength. The Spartan lived by that law. Measure a man not by what he says, but by what he can endure. Endurance is the ultimate test. Anyone can start. Few can stay. Your generation is starving for structure. The world sells freedom, but forgets that freedom without discipline is decay. To be free, you must first be in command of yourself, your impulses, your time, your focus. Otherwise, you become a slave to comfort disguised as choice. Build your own code and live by it, even when no one's enforcing it. That's the only real sovereignty left. You can't afford to be fragile. The world doesn't care about your feelings. It rewards those who adapt. Resilience isn't about pretending you don't hurt. It's about learning how to keep moving while it does. When you fall, stand faster. When you fail, study harder. When you're doubted, work quieter. The Spartan didn't waste time complaining about wounds. He used them as reminders of his survival. There's beauty in relentless effort. The world hides that truth, but you know it. You've felt it. In the sweat, in the burn, in the silence after the grind when your heart is pounding but your mind is clear. That feeling is the reward. That's peace, because peace isn't passive. It's earned through exhaustion. You can't meditate your way to strength. You have to fight your way there. No one owes you anything. The universe isn't unfair, it's indifferent. It gives according to effort, not emotion. The Spartan accepted that. He didn't ask for fairness. He trained for readiness. The same law applies today. Life will test you without warning, and only preparation protects you. That's why every rep, every routine, every choice to persist matters. It's a rehearsal for the day when everything is on the line. If you want to change, stop waiting for motivation and start creating momentum. Momentum is the god of motion. Once you build it, it obeys you. Start small. Wake up early. Train hard. Read something that challenges you. Work on your craft. Stack small wins until the weight of your effort becomes unstoppable. The Spartan didn't conquer because of one great act. He conquered because of countless consistent ones. Your environment shapes you. Surround yourself with order, not distraction. Cut out what dulls your edge. Negative talk, lazy company, the endless scroll that feeds weakness. A Spartan kept his circle sharp because mediocrity is contagious. You can't fly with wings made of excuses. Build your environment like a fortress, guarded against anything that steals your focus. Understand that fatigue is feedback. When your body aches, it's not saying stop. It's asking if your purpose is strong enough to continue. When your mind doubts, it's testing whether you still believe in what you said you wanted. Pain and doubt are the gatekeepers of growth. Most turn back. The Spartan passes through. Every challenge you conquer makes the next one smaller. Every mountain climbed gives you the strength to climb again. There will be no applause when you change. The world will stay silent as you build. That's good. The noise of validation weakens the purpose of progress. Silence is your companion now. Learn to love it. In silence, your thoughts become weapons, your will becomes steel, and your purpose becomes unbreakable. When the time comes to act, the world won't see the hours, it will see the result. Let your results speak the language of discipline. The Spartan within you never dies. He only waits for you to command him again. Every time you feel lost, listen for that voice inside, the one that tells you to move, to rise, to fight. That voice is your reminder that you were not born to coast through life. You were born to conquer it. You have come too far to live like you're ordinary. You have seen too much to keep pretending mediocrity satisfies you. You've felt that burning in your chest, that quiet rage every time you waste another hour, every time you promise to begin tomorrow. That's the sound of the Spartan within you, chained and furious. He doesn't want rest. He wants release. He wants you to rise. Every man must choose his struggle. You can suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, but you will suffer either way. The Spartan chooses discipline because he knows that regret is the wound that never heals. It festers in the quiet hours when the lights go out and the truth can't be drowned by noise. Choose the sharper pain now, so you never live with the dull ache of what could have been. It's not enough to talk about greatness. You must move like it, breathe like it, live like it. Stop saying you want to change. Prove it in the way you wake, the way you train, the way you handle the small things. The details reveal your truth. A Spartan sharpened his blade every morning, not because he expected battle, but because he respected the possibility of one. Treat your life the same way. Prepare like your moment is coming, because it is. The modern world tries to convince you that discipline is outdated, that peace is found in surrender, that passion is enough. But passion without control burns out. Peace without effort rots into weakness. The Spartan within you knows better. He doesn't chase passion. He builds purpose. He doesn't seek peace. He earns it through endurance. You cannot bypass struggle and find meaning. The road to fulfillment runs through the fire. Most will never understand this. They will call you extreme because they're allergic to effort. They will mock your routine, your focus, your refusal to bend to comfort. Let them. Every insult is proof that you're walking a path they fear. Weakness hates discipline because discipline exposes it. You owe no explanation to the comfortable. You owe proof to yourself. You've been given this life for one reason: to master it. To turn every day into a battlefield where you conquer fear, hesitation, and laziness. To push past the point of good enough until even exhaustion bows before your will. You are not your excuses. You are your execution. The world doesn't care about your intentions. It only remembers your results. So leave results behind. Carve them into reality. If you truly want to awaken the Spartan within, start with one promise. Never break your word to yourself again. Every time you keep a promise, you strengthen your armor. Every time you break one, you crack it. Be ruthless about your standards. Hold yourself accountable in the smallest of things, because that's where greatness hides. Every shortcut avoided is a victory. Every temptation resisted is a win. Every day you follow through, you remind the world what strength looks like. Understand this: the fight never ends. Discipline is not a phase. It's a lifestyle. There is no finish line, only levels of refinement. The Spartan didn't train for a single battle. He trained for a lifetime of war. So must you. When the motivation fades, when progress slows, when no one's watching, that's when your legacy is built. You must become unstoppable, not because life will make it easy, but because you've chosen to be immovable. The mind is your fortress. Guard it with everything. Thoughts are weapons. Sharpen them daily. Doubt is an intruder. Cast it out before it spreads. Feed your mind with clarity, not clutter. Train it to see through fear, to find direction in chaos, to move with certainty when others freeze. A disciplined mind makes an invincible body. Once your thoughts obey you, the world follows. The Spartan within you thrives in solitude. That's where clarity is forged. You don't need validation. You need vision. Spend time alone, not to escape the world, but to understand it. Silence reveals what noise hides. It shows you the difference between distraction and purpose, between comfort and calling, between who you are and who you're meant to become. Learn to stand alone and you will never be broken by the crowd. Pain is temporary. Regret is eternal. Every time you endure, the pain fades, but the strength remains. You don't remember every moment you rested, but you remember every moment you refused to quit. Those are the chapters that define you. The Spartan within you doesn't seek a painless life. He seeks a worthy one, a life that hurts in the pursuit of something honorable. A life that demands everything and gives back meaning. Every era has its warriors. The ancient ones had spears and shields. You have your craft, your goals, your battles in business, art, or body. But the spirit is the same. The battlefield may have changed, but the code remains eternal. Courage, discipline, endurance, integrity. These are your weapons. The world doesn't need more talkers. It needs more warriors who act. You will never feel ready. You will never have the perfect moment. The Spartan didn't wait for the right weather or mood. He moved because standing still was death. Move now, even if it's messy, even if it's small. Action is the only prayer the gods answer. Every time you move, the world shifts in your favor. Every step forward summons power from the unseen. You were not born to be safe. You were born to be ready. To walk into chaos with calm eyes and an unshakable will. To face hardship and say, I expected you. That is the essence of the Spartan spirit, not the absence of fear, but mastery over it. Courage isn't about feeling nothing. It's about moving anyway. Every act of courage refines your soul into something indestructible. So rise. Stand like you were made to withstand storms. Breathe like the world depends on your next move. Let the Spartan within you break his chains, take command and march again. This is your time to reclaim your strength, your focus, your discipline. The war is not out there. It's inside. Every day you win it, the gods take notice, and one day, when your body is gone and your name fades from memory, the echo of your effort will remain. In the people you've inspired, in the standard you've set, in the silence you mastered. That echo is immortality. That echo is what it means to live like a Spartan.